Hello, welcome to another afternoon of episode of Live at MCX, where we have conversations with experts, partners, and pros about anything under creative media technology. So if you're into audio-video production, live events, broadcasts, or even a budding content creator or live streamer, stick around because this is right up your alley. So grab your favorite hot drink, like me, in here, and join us for the next few minutes for your perfect afternoon break. Now, this episode continues to dive into the latest trends in video production. And there was a time really that when people see a camera that looks like this, they think that this is just a CCTV camera, a camera whose video quality is inferior from what a typical production camera would produce. But those days are gone, and there has been a huge improvement of technology, of sensors and optics, and the overall technology of what we know as PTZ cameras. And to dive deeper into this topic, I would like to introduce Jenny and Ivy of Telycam, who would join us this afternoon. How are you, ladies?
Hi, Larry.
Hello. Hi. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. So I'm having a tea that actually came from China. Thank you for from Telycam. So what are you guys having there? So
Sexy.
I'm actually having traditional Chinese tea.
this is Chinese tea. So the weather has been a lot better these days in Dubai, but of course not as cold as where you are right now. But then we have our own share of cold weather in here as well. And honestly, I really feel honored to have you both, Jenny and Ivy, because Telycam is one of the hundreds of brands of PTZ right now in the market. And somehow not a lot of people are aware of this brand. Is there an explanation for this?
Yes. So it's very exciting to introduce Telycam here. We know that Telycam is a new brand in the live production field, but actually we are not a newcomers because we were being in this industry for almost 10 years. Telycam was established in 2014, and we were stood behind the stage in this field for years. But we worked as a backup, and we supported the leaders in the broadcast area, such as Rust Video, Grass Valley, and New Tech, and even right now with our team. So after encouraged by our partners, and in the meantime, we will also see the opportunities in this industry because we will see some very interesting things in this industry. So we decided to go to the front of the stage right now. So that is why we are here, and we are going to introduce us and to let our users and our friends to know about Telycam.
I think there's a presentation that there's an image I want to show our viewers right now. So I just want to mention that you guys, like what you said, you're not a newcomer in this field. Can we show that clip, please? So in this case, as you can see that, like what you said, since 2014, Telycam has been there in the market, like what you said. And, every year you guys really keep on developing. And that's really, a very an exciting thing for us. And if leading brands such as Grass Valley, Ross, New Tech, VizRT are trusting you as their OEM partner, of course there are a lot more that I know you just didn't mention, but it speaks a lot about the company as Telycam, of what you can really offer your customers, which is basically our customers in the Middle East, and that's really good. And
Yes.
yeah, sorry.
No, you just move on. I just give you the response.
All right. Okay. Well, when you look at it, that's really a very interesting story, which leads me to my next question. So, as I said, there's a lot of PTZ cameras out there, and the viewers or our customers are really looking at different camera models. So, a very basic question would be, what makes a PTZ camera good? Like I said, again, there are thousands of options out there, and as a consumer, what are the factors that they have to check when they're looking for a camera to buy?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And when it comes to choosing cameras for live production, there's a lot to consider. And just imagine that when you select a camera for your live production, what do you expect the most? And I would say first is the image quality, and also the second one is the compatibility with your off-the-shelf system. So first of all, superb image quality is not just about making your videos look good. It's about creating content that's visually stunning and captivating. And it's like the difference between the meh and wow in the world of live production. So imagine presenting videos with unreal colors and bizarre artifacts. I will quickly scroll past, and especially when there are a lot of content available on the internet. And also on the other hand, compatibility is also like the cost-saving secret. And a camera which can plays nice with your current setup not only streamlines your workflow, but also you don't need to worry about the budget concerns.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Again, one of the things that you said is, of course, budget is always, a conversation that we always have to, tackle. And having a perfect combination or perfect mix between quality and cost would actually, lead other people to, to really decide and to have a look on thousands of camera options out there. And again, based on your observations on the global market, how is our industry adapting to this PTZ technology? I mean, I'm sure that with your exposure with, with the global market, because apart from us here in Middle East and North Africa, you also have to cater to other parts of the world. So have you had any, interesting story about that?
Yes, absolutely. So from my observation, the global lab production, I can say that the global lab production market is right now embarrassing the PTZ technology, because there are lots of reasons to adopt this technology in the lab production workflow. Because of the enhanced flexibility, the efficiency, and the cost-effective solution it offers. Of course, the functions across various industry and the remote collaboration. So, because PTZ cameras, it can enable a single crew to capture various shots around a scene, just using one camera. So, plus, thanks to the smooth pan-tail movement, the zoom capability, and the flexible installation way, especially in some hard-to-reach positions like the semi-mounting, and with the remote control ability, so it can save much manpower and cost, as we mentioned. So I give an example. We have a few installation examples. So we ever have customers who set up the PTZ cameras in Mexico house competition streaming, and we also have the customers who install the Telycam's PTZ camera in the bank in Thailand. And in the Europe, and we also have the customers who use the PTZ cameras for the web TV studios. And even in the Brazil, we ever have a customer who use the PTZ cameras for the surgery rooms. So the PTZ cameras are embracing all kinds of integration across different industry. So we are very excited to see this happen.
Yeah, and there's also a rise in streaming applications as well. I mean, especially after the pandemic lockdown, it kind of really changed the dynamics of how people do business, number one, and how do people create content, and with the rise of live streaming application, how does a PTZ camera help in this kind of setup or requirement?
Yeah, just like you mentioned, we all know that COVID changed everything, especially in the streaming industry, because now more and more companies and individuals, they realize how important to distribute meaningful content and even monetize out of them. So in the streaming setup, there's no way to escape a camera. So one great advantage of the Telycam's PTZ camera is that they are either IP NDI or SRT, RTMP supported. So you don't need any external encoder, decoder, or converter. So that means substantial budget savings. And the beauty doesn't even stop here. With our Telycam PTZ cameras, you have the power to control and manage all the settings through our web user interface. So you can handle the image parameters, PTZ controls, or maybe even the streaming setups. So you can easily stream your content out of the camera to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch using RTMP. So if you have even a switching system, such as maybe TriCaster VMix or an Ep01 Mini Pro, you can easily elevate your content to a new height. You can make it not only watchable, but make it also very rich and engaging to your audience.
Yes, and if I may add to that, you've mentioned Ep01 Mini Pro and TriCaster. I'm not gonna mention the other one, but then the idea of having multiple ports that are available in the camera. So you have your NDI, HDMI, and SDI, of course. That allows you to actually have freedom to choose, what type of switching device or a switcher that you want to use for your live production. And I think this next question is really kind of again, because of the effect of pandemic for us, apart from the obvious answer of live production. So we've been speaking about live production, different companies have been using it, except that Jenny mentioned some unique application. But my next question is, apart from those, where have you seen PTZ cameras installed? I suppose these are the non-typical applications that we don't really expect.
Yeah, absolutely. So PTZ cameras, they have indeed found their way into other industries apart from live production. For example, the video conferencing systems, education, podcast, sports, and house of worship, and even telemedicine. So why PTZ cameras are used in so many various scenarios? And I think it's because the reason you just mentioned, because the compatibility into all kinds of workflows. It has NDI, SDI, HDMI, or even USB and also AV over IP video systems. And Jenny mentioned a lot of installation use cases. And one of the non-typical applications, I would say, is the telemedicine. And to enrich the story she mentioned, this user case we had in Brazil, they actually installed and live streamed with a Telycam Drive Plus 4K the 35 times into a plastic surgery room, so that other trainers, they can watch the whole process. And in the medical field, all the doctors, they are required, they are requested to dedicate specific time to reviewing real surgery videos. So they can also record and store the film for later trainings. So I think it's a really interesting story to see PTZ cameras with to install in the plastic surgery room.
Yeah, I mean, I could just imagine if, the camera is not providing, good enough video, it's going to be very, difficult to qualify or to
Exactly.
observe, especially plastic surgery. A lot of things can go wrong with that. And, if I may share, in Dubai, we also have one very unique application that I'm really proud that we're part of. So what we've done is there's one, it's a high-end post-production company in here. It's probably one of the most expensive installations in here. Now what they've done is, I've mentioned in the opening that people see these cameras as CCTV cameras, but then it's not in any way a CCTV camera. However, this company, they decided that they would want to put a camera like this, a PTZ camera that allows them to be used as a CCTV camera. So they have like a recording 24/7. But at the same time, what happens is if they have a known artist, if they have a popular artist that would want to record his or her sessions during the recording or during some brainstorming sessions with the producer or with the sound engineer, they get the chance to capture that in high quality, but at the same time, that allows them to, still maintain the, somehow the security of the area by having a constant high quality 4K recording. Now call it, too much, but for them, it actually works. And it's a really expensive, yeah, it is expensive when you compare it to a typical CCTV systems, but it serves the purpose of another purpose, which is they're using it as a production camera. Now as we're really close to wrap up, would you tell us, I think this is going to be a question for Jenny. So one of your PTZ models, PTZ camera models, because Telycam is a lot, and I'm just wondering if there's one PTZ camera model that you want to highlight for our viewers right now.
Yes, so I don't have the camera demo unit here, but I would like to bring the sliders to introduce these products. So I'm very thrilled to introduce the brand new guy. We name it the Explore SE. So I'm glad that I can announce it in public today. So it is a truly broadcast level but quite affordable PTZ cameras for live production, especially for the AR and VR, the immersive video production. So if you see the picture of this product, and you will see the housing, it is quite different from our current ones. It is much bigger and than our current ones. And because we are going to have another new version, but I'm not going to unveil it right now. So I'm going to introduce this Express E here first. So the Express E, so you can see that from the housing there are two tally in the front and in the rear for the camera. So it is a 30x PTZ camera, and it adopts a cutting-edge image sensor and image processor, so it can deliver very amazing 4K 60p resolution while various video output interface. So such as the 12G SDI, such as the SFPs. If you turn to another slider, and you can see that there the video output interface here, maybe another yes. So you can see that there are lots of video output interface. It is a broadcast level video output interface. As mentioned, it has the 12G SDI, it has the SFP Plus, and it has the HDMI, and it has the NDI. So all the video output interface can output the 4K 60p resolution in the same time. So, and if you take a look at the picture closer, and you will find that it has the JNOC. So it can to enable the video in sync like the broadcaster camera. In addition to the video interface, it has both 3.5 mm stereo, line-in audio inputs, and also the mini XLR. So you can connect the microphone, the professional microphone, to the camera directly. And the amazing part is that the XLR support can support the pan-thin power. It means that if your microphone does not have the power, it doesn't matter because the camera can give the power to the microphone directly. And the audio can also output with the video while the NDI, HDMI, SDI, and SOP simultaneously with the video. So you don't need to worry about the video and the audio sync issue. And in the meantime, so the Explore SE also has an SD card, and there are two SD cards. One is for the firmware upgrade, and the other is for the recording. So yes, you can record the video when you open it in the web UI. So you can streaming in the same time. You can also record the video, and of course, in addition to these features, it supports the AI-powered auto tracking as our Vision Plus 4K N series and the Vision Plus N3 series. So the auto tracking is very smooth and is very accurate. And also the Explore SE supports the 3D. So we know that maybe not many users use the 3D, but we can still see there is the trend in the live production in the future. Because the 3D can make the camera work with the AR and VR system. Because our Explore SE can support the 3D while both network and the serial. So working with the JNOC together, the camera can give very accurate and smooth data to the VR platform, such as the Unreal Engine, the Brainstorm, the Zero Density, and let them to have very sick, smooth movement. So we launched these high-end PTZ cameras for our customers because we really want our users to have good PTZ cameras for their video production. As I mentioned in the beginning, that we were seeing the opportunities in this market, and we know that the PTZ camera is not a new gamer in the industry, but actually it is not really in the broadcast level table. So our mission, Telycam's mission, is to bring the PTZ cameras to real broadcast level industry, and we want to bring the PTZ cameras to make our users to save the power source, to save the manpower and to save the cost in real way. So we want to make it happen.
Yeah, it's really, I think it's going to be very interesting, especially for broadcasters who are, slowly, very slowly, trying to adopt and adapt the idea of having a PTZ camera. So, a couple of things that you mentioned there, having a 12G SDI out and having a gen lock is something that is very interesting for them, especially if they're working with synchronous system. And the idea of having or adding a camera into the mix, and adding the camera to the mix, and connect it to their SDI infrastructure or NDI if they're using NDI. It's really something that would be very practical and appealing for some. And of course, you've mentioned about the AR, VR applications. And again, this is something that, like what you said, again, just picking up from what you said, it's, the market is slowly going towards different ways on running production or for video production. And with, Unreal Engine and other software out there, they're really doing a lot of, additional production value to the production with all of their with all of these features. And having a camera like that is gonna be a very good addition to what we have, really. And there's with hundreds of PTZ brands out there, and this is a very critical question. And if I'm the customer, why would I get Telycam instead of other brands?
Okay, so it's a very interesting question, but I would like to say that you don't need to buy Telycam specially, and you don't need to use Telycam instead of other brands. So as we suggested that you just consider about what do you need for your AV system. So are you going to have the affordable units? Are you going to have a flexible units, or are you going to have a very functional units? And you just to find the suitable item for your system. So for us, for Telycam, we just try our best to offer the we can say one-stop shop for to meet with all your requirements. So you can select all the PTZ cameras or kinds of PTZ cameras from us, and we try our best to be to support, to make you happy. So you don't need to make Telycam to be alternative. You just to let Telycam to give you what you need.
Yeah, and it's again a very cool thing you said about you just want to make customers happy, and they of course with the image quality, with all the features that you're adding and you've added to the camera, and with the cost, it's really difficult to really find another it's really hard to speak about competition, but what I'm saying is on a personal perspective, having a camera that offers that image quality, those features, and that cost, I think it's it's a no-brainer to really go for it. And for us here in MediaCast, both in Dubai and in our Istanbul office, what we really want is for the customer to really see the camera, because at the end of the day, if they haven't seen the camera, they'll just think that it's just another PTZ camera. But we want to really make sure that everybody understands that yes, this is another PTZ camera, but this is a very special PTZ camera that this is something that's worth looking at. So yeah, it's a very interesting afternoon for me, Ivy, and Jenny, and I really hope that our viewers find this live stream insightful as well. So before we end this, do you have any message to our viewers out there who wants to, to use PTZ camera in their live production, but still are unsure if they will take that step?
Yes. So there's one message I would like to deliver again. Is like what Jenny mentioned, the mission Telycam has. Because if you want to use or have an easier setup, or maybe even a flexible but affordable solution without compromising the image quality or the after-sales service, Telycam is absolutely your place to go. We said we have been in the industry for about 10 years, and right now users are craving for high quality products. But everything in the industry, if it's not expensive, but it's also it's not cheap. But our aim is to provide a truly broadcast level camera solutions to more corporates, studios, or industry enthusiasts with a price that they can afford. So this is the message I would like to emphasize or highlight again.
All right, very well said. How about you, Jenny? Is there anything you want to share to our viewers right now?
No, just find what you need, and of course go to MediaCast Experience Center to see the true camera. And we don't want to say how good our camera, and we just want you to touch it and feel it, and to see it by yourself and to let the camera tell you how good it is. So just come to MediaCast Center and see the camera.
Yes, and that's it. Thanks a lot for your time, Ivy and Jenny, and we hope to see you again in Dubai real soon. But I'm sure you guys will be here for some exhibitions that's gonna happen next year. But we really hope to see you guys in Dubai real soon. And for our viewers today, we really invite you to visit our MCX, and we look forward to have a more intimate discussion with you, whether it's for audio or for video or anything in between. So, till next time, thanks for watching Live at MCX.